Just want to ask you, did you prefer Newcastle or City as a club?
That's a grenade for a strike.
That's not a way of settling in nicely, is it?
No, I just
People keep asking me, actually, when Newcastle hopefully get up to challenging at the top of the league, then who are you going to pick? So I might be sitting on the proverbial fence, but obviously I've spent most of my career at Newcastle, So.
Yeah.
Well, both clubs are doing brilliantly well, and City today going to Anfield, where a majority of Liverpool fans are feeling the worst. The difference is that these are two very big football clubs that have been challenging each other for a number of years. So the outcome isn't a given, is it? Oh, well, Shay Given.
No, I mean, looking forward to both games, actually. Newcastle obviously going to Old Trafford as well, and then, of course, you say City going to Anfield. It sets up for a brilliant day, doesn't it, of football in the afternoon today. So, I mean, in the cool light of day, people think City just got to turn up today at Anfield, and it's 3 points, obviously, with the likes of De Bruyne and Haaland, who's going there, I suppose, for the first time with City and pit himself up against one of the best defenders in world football, Van Dijk, who's probably had an average start to his season. So I'm sure he'll want to send a message to Haaland that there's a 1v1 with them two. It'd be interesting today yet alone. So it's very exciting, because I can't wait for the game, to be honest. I mean, I would like to think that if City hit the height they've hit so far this season, then they can go there and win. But again, obviously, when talks about 5.5 years with a crowd at Anfield, they've not lost a game in the Premier League. So, that record for itself, it just shows you what home advantage can do. And of course, the atmosphere at Liverpool is one of the best in the Premier League. So it's a very special place to play. So the Liverpool players will have to use that today for sure.
With the way that Haaland has started this season, it's natural that we're going to focus a bit on him. I don't know if you can give us an insight, or if this is something that would happen, but as part of that defensive lineup yourself, what would you be saying to your defenders when taking on someone like Haaland?
Well, the thing is, Natalie, the team he's in, the players around him as well. I mean, Foden, Grealish, Bernardo Silva, and I mentioned Kevin De Bruyne already. Haaland, Van Dijk and the likes will be trying to keep an eye on him, but there's so much movement and different class of players all around him. It's people call the red arrows, the blue arrows. They're coming from all different angles. So it's very difficult to focus on one player. And the surprising thing about Haaland, people keep talking about the least amount of touches he has in a game, but still scores a hat trick or assists too and scores a goal. He gets involved when he needs to get involved. They've got these brilliant players who do all the build-up play and stuff, and he just comes alive when he needs to, and that's a sign of a top player. He doesn't need to have 25 touches every half. He just gets important touches in the right area.
But basically, Jamie Carragher was talking about in the newspaper article yesterday that he felt De Bruyne had to have a really big, important game to be one of the all-time greats in the Premier League. And I was thinking, well, even if he played badly, I'd still think he was one of the greats in the Premier League.
When today's in.
Yeah. Well, that was yesterday's paper.
Was it? If I picked 11 players for the Premier League, history of the Premier League, Kevin De Bruyne has to be in the team. Yeah. I know people up and down the country will be shouting at their radios and what have you, but what he does week in, week out, Cass, is just phenomenal. And interesting thing, Haaland in an interview a few weeks ago, and he said he was in Dortmund last year, obviously, and he was seeing these balls that De Bruyne kept hitting in. He goes, that's where I need to be. I'll have so many tap-ins. This guy, honestly, some of the balls he sees, we see it from a high angle in the camera on the TV, but you imagine him pitch side, and he sees stuff that other people doesn't see on the football pitch. He's a step ahead of so many players. Well, obviously Chelsea wouldn't rule out Chelsea, of course, as well, and Tottenham, a good result last night, Natalie. But Liverpool are mid-table, so it's strange to say, but if they win today, they'll be thinking we can crawl this back. But Arsenal is a team that no one seems to be talking about, and should be the top of the league. But it's all about Haaland, Man City, and obviously they're the champions for a reason, so I can understand that a little. But Arsenal are playing some amazing stuff. Some of the football they're playing, the togetherness, the confidence in the team. They look like they're really on a rich vein of form, and the question mark over the winter, I suppose, that we got the World Cup, but when they come back after the World Cup, can they continue this form?
The Sunday Sports Breakfast with Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. Sunday mornings from 6 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.